evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Thursday, February 3rd. Before we get started, nice round of applause for Snowman in the chat room with his 600% options win call on FRG yesterday. Absolute monster. Congratulations, Snowman. We very much appreciate that. Really good call you had. Anyway, let's jump into the market. We're going to start off today with the chart of the US dollar. And we had the market open to the downside today. And the reason for it, there was a lot of crap about, what's going on in Egypt right now. Probably had a little bit to do with it. But the real reason we were down today, dollar was up big. And the reason the dollar was up big was, hey, the euro was down. And the reason for the euro dropping today was Trichet, the ECB president, was supposed to have made a speech or had some comments, and he said nothing. And, commodity traders and currency traders, being what they are, took that as a negative sign and started selling. And that, in turn, pushed the dollar up, which, it's been showing some weakness recently. We had a little turn yesterday, nice 1% gain today. And essentially, dollar down or dollar up, market down. And we had that early weakness that shook a lot of traders out. But then we had the Fed money coming back into the market, along with positive earnings report, good economic data. And even though we had the dollar up on the day, the market was still able to end on a positive note. Now, we are oversold on the dollar, and we could see some upside movement in the dollar, especially if the crap in the Middle East doesn't clear up anytime soon. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart, we pushed to new highs on the Dow today. And as you can see, we had that golden cross a day ago. We're up, 25 points from the golden cross. I did mention that it wasn't your typical golden cross. Usually we like to see the 50-day moving average under the 200-day moving average longer than a day or two. So we could see further upside. We do have the big employment report tomorrow morning, unemployment report. The consensus estimate is for private job creation of 163,000. I'm actually thinking the number is going to surprise to the upside just because it disappointed to the downside last month, and you've had the moron economists probably ratchet their numbers down lower than they should be. So I'm thinking we possibly could have some upside movement on the jobs number tomorrow, and that could be our fuel for a nice little pop into the weekend. Looking at the Dow daily chart, you can see over the last couple of days, fantastic pop off the 20-day exponential. Volumes kind of dried up over the last couple of days, so, we'd want to pay close attention to that. Also, one thing I've also noticed as well, we're seeing a lot of breakout stocks in the $2 to $4 range. Now, while normally you would think that would be good, just going off, my past trading experience over the years, I usually don't like to see that at this stage in a large advance. It typically means traders are starting to move up the ladder, starting to chase the higher price small cap stocks, and typically what results from that is a small pullback, which is why I'm going on vacation next week, so I want the damn market to drop while I'm gone. SMH, a little bit of weakness today. Actually, yeah, they did close the SMH on red, but, volume dropped in half, 3 million shares in volume. So support right now on the SMH, we're looking still at that 34 to 34.50 area. Let's jump into some stock plays, though. TLR, gold was up 20 plus today, and we're really starting to see a lot of these gold plays move. We had FRG, our gold option play, 600% winner, big buyout on this one today. So the biggies are going out, starting to buy up the gold companies. Not a whole lot of them left. We had some small cap golds run. We had MDW last week. Now here we have TLR. Very nice chart set up here. We had RSI break up through 50. Positive MACD cross. Actually, a nice big positive MACD cross. Some nice height on that today, which is really nice to see. The last positive MACD cross we had on TLR back in December took the stock from 78 cents to 124 in a matter of 5 days. Here we have the same thing here. Volume is very, very nice. We got the positive MACD cross. Stochastics also breaking up through 50. Positive ADX cross. And just a very nice chart. I like the setup here. And this is one that could do exactly what MDW did last week. And we actually jumped out of MDW too early. We jumped in this one on a one break. We thought we were smart getting that 110, 115, and then a day later it was up at 136. So let's see if we have the same thing happen here on TLR. Rock solid uptrend line at 90 cents, but I don't think we're going to see any lower than 96 cents over the next few days. This one should continue to rock and roll. CIGX, big winner for us today. We jumped into this one, 162 area in the chat room. Our targets were 171 and 178 plus. Stock traded as high as, what did we get to? 180. Both targets hits. Yeehaw! If you're still in a partial position on this one, would probably look to trail your stops. You could give a little bit of rope if you want, maybe 165, 167. Secondary target on this one would be up there on the 190 plus area. And the chart still really is at a rock bottom here. RSI has a nice upturn. We probably have a positive MACD cross coming, if not tomorrow, then Monday, Tuesday. And check it out, Stochastics still under the 20 level and have yet to trigger a buy on this stock, and unbounced volume is starting to go vertical. So we had some very nice buyers come into this stock after we bought it. It's been pretty much sleeping the last couple of days. Volume come in on our alert, and Bob's your uncle, another fat winning play for buy, sell, short. USAT, very nice start on this one today. Traded as high as $1.85. We jumped into this one yesterday looking for a nice little bounce back. Ended up getting some weakness into the close, which is not untypical with this stock. This is how USAT trades. It can annoy the crap out of you. And actually, the stock that it reminds me a lot of is DSCM. When we played this one as a rule of two stock some time ago, we recall it started breaking out, then it retraced, and we were like, God damn, this stock, just won't break out, and then went boom. So I'm thinking we're probably going to see the same thing happen here on USAT. Stops on this one, $1.62, $1.60. Still think we're going to see this one become a rule of two stock, and the next break at 2 should be a very nice buy add on this one with a target of 210 to 220 plus. NEI continues its nice little bounce. Looked really, really good early in the day, but sort of backed off. You got some traders jumped in, got their 2 or 3 cents, and then jumped out. But we ended green on the day, and I think a break at $2 on this one lights it up for another run back up there to the 220 plus area. Again, this is a stock, if you've got some patience, in my opinion, will be well over $3 sometime this year. It'll be our next little AFOP HILLEGHT monster winner. But the chart looks really good here. Stochastics, on-balance volume, ADX, all rock solid. Probably going to take that $2 break to bring those $2 to $3 traders into the stock. And, perhaps we'll see it tomorrow on a nice up-day move in the market. BNVI, this is one we've played a couple of times. They completed a $30 million financing, which is probably why the stock was acting as weak as it was over the last 2 weeks. These were the financiers coming in, shorting any volume because they knew they were going to get shares at $1 a share. And here we have the stock trading 15% underneath what they sold shares for. They've got $30 million in cash. They just signed the lease for 50,000 square feet of office space. Something's brewing with this company. They got a very nice drug. They've got cash now. We've got a nice little bottom. Stops 83 cents. RSI coming off 30. Stochastics about to trigger a buy, but where we like buying them. Underneath 20 and starting to curl up. And, risk reward as we enter biotech season over the next several weeks looks pretty damn good on BNVI. Targets here. First target, 8-day moving average, 96 cents. And then 20-day exponential, 104, and then the 50-day at 117. So we've got some nice targets on this one in the near term with minimal downside risk, in my opinion. ZBB. We jumped into this one yesterday. Really, the alternative energy stocks and the solar stocks have just been doing fantastic over the last few days. ZBB, big player in both of those. This is a stock that we had a monster run out of in December. We had 200% gain over the last 3-4 weeks. We've had a nice slow consolidation on this one. They recently raised money, which is what this was all about. And now we should see this will make another push back up here with the right kind of news. This can be back up there on the 150s. Now, one way to play this one, SCON. You remember this one I was pounding the table on a few weeks ago down here. 100% winner from the first alert. Big mover. You know, no one likes it here, but hell, 100% higher. They're going to chase it. These guys, reason they were running is they have some new cable for electrical power. I won't go into it anymore. But ZBB in the same sector. However, what we're looking at on SCON, check it out. Day 1, day 2, here's day 3. And actually day 3, we've got a black candle, which typically signifies a top. So as I mentioned, you know, our strategy for shorting these plays are big run-up plays. Late day 3, you look to enter a half position short and then add to it if it has a pop back early, first 30 minutes or so on the next day. So this is setting up as a classic 3-day pop retrace stock. Stops on this one would be placed at the highs of today, which is 350. Now, if it does see a pop tomorrow, we do not want to see it break through that 350 high seen today. If it does, the trade is void. Targets on the downside, probably looking at 270, 250, 220 or under. Now, if you're looking for a safe entry on this one, tomorrow you could look to short a break at 290 here. And then your targets on that break at 290 would be the 250 area. Even if you don't trade this one, watch the trade so you can learn it. Or if you can't locate shares to short on this one, still a great way to learn how to play these stocks. You know, you got traders going out and they short stocks willy-nilly. I'm shorting the Dow. I'm shorting the S&P because I think the market's topped. These are the kind of setups smart traders go after. Huge run-ups with a strategy that works a high percentage of the time. So let's see how this SCON works out over the next couple of days. That's it for the video tonight. I'm sure I'm missing a couple of stocks. If you've got any questions, just shoot me an email in the chat room or hit me up in the chat room. And don't forget, I'm taking a few days off next week, so I will be gone out of the chat room probably Monday through Thursday. I will be sending out the popper scan alerts nightly, and I'll probably make an appearance in the market if we don't roll over. Oh, I hope we roll over. Be nice to have the market sell off while I'm taking a little vacation. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.